man.
Hello, everybody. We're now with the Black Top, where we try to get our act together and find strength and unity in the circle of life and friendship. I am Billy.
I'm Tempo.
And I am Ray. It is nice to be here. It is nice to be with you guys. Nice to be sitting here shooting this episode, man. How you guys been? Billy, how you been?
Pretty good, man. I got hooked on two shows this past week. Um, Star Trek Discovery
I
and
want to watch
The
that. Is it
Mayor.
good?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm debating this hairstyle. I really like her hairstyle, man. I like the party fro. A friend of mine was like, "Bro, you should try it." Not that hairstyle, just the party fro style. And I'm like, I don't know, man. But the more I looked into it, it looked pretty cool. And it hurts when I just looked at it. It's dope. It's super dope. That and Mayor of Kingstown is a really interesting show. It just got me hooked, man.
I haven't
So
heard of
I
that
guess
one. Mary Kingstown?
with Jeremy Renner, it's either called The Mayor or The Mayor of Kingstown. Or yeah, Kingstown. It's filmed in Kingstown, Michigan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Crazy.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
hope I'm
cool.
saying. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus, and it's
Okay.
a fairly new.
Right.
So I think it might be only in like only on episode 3 right now.
Okay. Oh, I have to check it out. Good stuff. Timbo, what you been up to, man? How you been?
Well, y'all know it's been up, but I mean, it's not all bad. It's just been, I took the vaccine, good Lord. I've been
Yeah.
recovering from that. That's what I've been doing.
Oh man.
I even thought my vision might have I don't know. I was like, I can't see. I don't understand what's going on. Not like blind, but just like, I was really, I had went to Kroger today and it just really, I was trying to read the labels on stuff and it took me quite a bit to see what was going on. And I don't know what that's about.
Oh
So,
man. That sounds.
um, but it just I just reminded myself I did get good news from the doctor. The endocrinologist, my A1C went down, so I'm a type 2 diabetic. My A1C was 14, it's now 9.5. So
Good.
So
I'm just happy about that.
Hey man.
excellent.
Yeah, I've been drinking more water and all of that. So yeah,
How'd you get it
Uh,
down? Might be having
water.
issues with it. Just straight.
Yeah,
Okay.
drinking water and kind of watching what I'm eating. So
okay. Okay, yeah, man, that's good. I'm really happy to hear that, man. I
yeah,
mean, well,
I was
happy
happy
to
to
hear
hear
it
that.
about the A1C, not about the vision.
Yes,
Hopefully, things
yes.
things.
Hopefully, it's just me being tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, so it could be that. I don't
Yeah, let's hope that it's that one and not the
know.
vaccine.
How
For
about
sure, for sure.
No, but I've been doing pretty good, man. Nothing much really going on. Took the kid to his first basketball game last
Mm.
Friday, so that was fun. It was a point in the game where he looked at me and was like, "Dad, I'm never watching basketball on TV again."
Mm.
So
Cause he
it
just
was,
his little heart was so moved.
oh man, he had such a good time. So it was really cool. His favorite thing to see was kind of what goes on when it's on commercial break. When like the people will come out and dance, or they'll have
It's
the people.
I was kind of bored when I went to the game with that. I was like, oh, that's what they do.
Oh, that was his
Yeah.
favorite, man. It was like the behind the scenes stuff that was happening there. So of course,
Hmm.
other than like all the pizza and popcorn and cotton candy, I mean, it was
Is
his
the
first
pizza
game.
there good?
I mean, it's Little Caesars pizza, so it was
Okay. Little
it's what you
Caesars
would
is better
expect
than
from Little Caesars.
right, right. Hmm.
I mean,
Gotcha.
$5 a slice though. I mean, when I step out the door, I can get a whole hot and ready for the
Hold
five.
up, whoa there. $5 a slice.
Yeah, man. You know
It's
them
a whole,
stadium.
where like, I could walk across the street and get a whole pizza for
Exactly.
$5, right? From the same type of establishment.
Oh man, right from the exact
That's
same
crazy.
establishment. Man, you know how it is. Man. Stadium pricing be crazy. Be $5 waters and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. It was a fun time though. Pistons almost won. They had a couple shots at the end where they could have tied it up, but it was just fun to see. I guess one of the funny parts is that Stephen Curry they were playing the Warriors when we went to go watch them. But Curry didn't play. He was
Mhm.
resting, but he was there, and it was this little kid behind us. So many Curry jerseys in the stadium too. But it was this kid behind us that kept yelling,
Mhm.
"We want to put Stephen Curry in, put Stephen Curry," and it was just so funny because I felt them when I bought these tickets. I'm like, "Oh, well, cool. I can see Steph play." but Steph wasn't there. So when that little kid was letting his emotions be heard, I was
Hmm.
yeah, I was kind of with him on that one. But it was a good time. It
Okay.
was all fun.
Okay.
Yeah. But so from there though, let's jump right into it. We listened to this album. We had an album. Timbo, what we listened to?
Yes. What did we listen to?
What did we
It's
listen
called
to?
"Okay Human"
It was
by
your pick.
Weezer. Yes, it was. It came out January 29th of 2021. So, what did y'all think?
I mean, for me personally, it was interesting. This was an interesting album. I like the content. I
Hmm.
love some of the way that the songs were musically performed and arranged. Some of the instruments were awesome. But I was only so on the project as a whole, personally. It was some songs where I could personally relate to, so that was really cool. It's always fun where you can like listen to somebody and you can kind of just feel connected to the music, almost like you were on some one-to-one type stuff. And I also think it was cool how he didn't really care about the length of track. He just told his story. If it only took 25 seconds to tell that story, then it took 25
Right.
seconds. If he just wanted to, take some time to sing a little bit about how much he loved his wife, he was able to do that, and it was short, sweet, and full of passion. And I appreciated that. So while I may not
Hmm.
run out and like get it on vinyl or anything, I did appreciate it for what it was, and it did make me want to at the very least give his album that he came out with after this one a listen. I think he
Yeah.
came out with two this year.
Okay. Cool. Okay, Billy.
Do you know if this is the original band, like everybody from they
I'm
started
not
with?
sure. I thought it was the whole band, but I
Okay,
could not. I could be wrong.
I agree with Ray, but I like the album more. I've always been a fan of their music, or just always liked their music. Um, there's something about the album that feels really glued together, and something about the songwriting. It made me feel like he was just sitting down and he wasn't going to leave the space until he finished the song or until he got his idea across. I just
Mhm.
felt like the idea was fresh, and they were pretty surprising but weighty perspectives. It's like fun
Yeah,
ideas, but then they had some serious depth to them while making a easy connection to the listener, or at least to me. I really enjoyed the way the sounds were mixed or filtered or whatever. The performances were, but just the choice, knowing that at the very least, there are some drummers who go through a lot just finding the right hi hats, the right snares, the right cymbals to fit the tone of the music and to communicate how they want it to communicate. And to have all of these instruments and songs and ideas, fresh ideas, or the ideas that feel fresh to me, come together, they help maximize the power, the impact on me. So I really enjoyed that about the album. The melodies were almost whimsical or wistful, still playful, present, classic Weezer to me, and I enjoyed the album. Man. A lot of good stuff about it.
good
How
stuff.
Okay.
about you?
I kind of feel like Ray. It was a so-so album for me. But I did notice it was very cohesive. To me, it was given because I had never heard of Weezer before. This is my first introduction to them, so I don't know
Mhm.
what to base it off of. But it definitely gave me like John Lennon and the Beatles type of feel, almost from like their earlier album. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, you know.
Okay.
So, but that was cool, and it was really good storytelling. But I was searching for a favorite here, and I wasn't able to find one. Unfortunately, I might have to give it another listen. But I was looking, for something that was gonna stick with me, and I just,
Yeah.
yeah, I was searching for it. So that was
I
just
feel,
me, though.
I feel there was a couple that I like. Some of the standouts that I had on here were I like Numbers and I liked Dead Roses. Um
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
yeah, those are some of my favorites on there. Then I could really relate to the Grapes of Wrath one just because I'm one that will sit and listen to Audible all day and just get like super lost into it, and you'll look up and it'd be like 4 hours later and you sitting here listening to half the book. So I can completely kind
Hmm.
of relate with that song. So a lot of it was pretty cool. But yeah,
Yeah,
Numbers
and it was
and Dead Roses were probably my favorite songs.
Got you.
okay. Yeah. No. It was a well-produced album. I will say that. It's like I was just listening to the music and everything, and it just had a real crisp sound to it. So I appreciated that.
Crisp and gritty. It was gritty and warm. The texture. I'm a sucker for filtered sounds that still have an impact. Something about the sounds people choose stick with me, not just what they play. And I think that in trying to manipulate sound and find new sounds, it's not as easy as you think. So I definitely appreciate it. I
Hmm.
think, honestly.
All right, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
for sure, for sure.
All right, well, moving along, we are going to do an album pick. This is going to be an album that we are kind of anticipating or something that we want to listen to. If everybody has an album, we can start. Timbo, what's your album?
We'll do 333 by Tinashe.
Oh, thank you, dude. That's the one I was looking for, and I couldn't remember what the album was.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, what you got, Billy?
Uh, Joy Crooks. The album is called Skin.
Okay. Let's see. And I am going to go with it's a lot of good music out there. And
For
it's a
sure.
couple things I've been kind of putting off just in case it gets picked here, but I don't know which one I want to pick now. Let's go with 30 by Adele. I haven't
Okay.
listened to that one yet. And Adele typically always gives some good music, so I'm pretty sure that I'll like it if that gets picked. All right,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So Timbo, you picked our Weezer album, so you will be the first
Yeah.
to take away an album. What you thinking?
Hmm. I'm gonna take away 30 by Adele.
Okay, and
I
then
know the whole world is like, what? Say no.
how dare you? Um, I will take
Can you
away.
not?
I'm gonna take away Skin, and
Mm-hmm.
we will listen to 333.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna listen to Adele because I'm not about to
I'm
go a whole nother like 2 weeks without listening to it, hoping that it come back around.
When did it come out?
okay.
It just came out like last week, yeah, Friday or something like that. I think.
I enjoyed. I didn't get a chance to say it. I enjoyed when we did Elton John and it hadn't come out yet, and we did a fresh album.
Yeah, yeah. This one is one of the I think it's the most recent of the ones I got because I was
Okay.
trying to choose between that and Summer. I want to listen to Summer, her album.
Yeah, I listened to her album.
Okay, did you like
What's
it?
It's a lot. What I've heard so far is okay.
Okay,
It's a longer album, so that's why I did like the first. It's like 17 songs. I listened to like 5.
okay,
So
yeah. I've been bull playing around with it, man. I need to just go ahead and just listen to it. I really liked her first album, so I want to see what this is one is gonna be about. And then I want to hear the Silk Sonic album too. I ain't listened to that one yet.
yeah.
oh,
So
it's
I
I
would
heard,
have thought you would have listened to
yeah,
that
that one is
tonight.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
What's the summer album called?
still over it.
Still over it. Yeah.
I probably listen to both of those
For sure.
or all three of those, I should say, including Adele.
hmm
Yeah.
Well, I want to know your thoughts on definitely still over it if you when you finish with it.
Okay. Oh,
So yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like I said, I've been putting it off. I need to just go ahead and just listen to it, knock it out. But all right,
Uh,
cool. So our album will be what is it? 333? Yes, that's what it's called.
Yep.
Just triple threes.
Tina, shit.
About Tinashe. Okay, good stuff. All right. So our chapter. What law are we on? Law 6, right? This is law 6, the law of detachment.
Yeah.
yep.
And Billy, you got your book?
I
I
do.
typically had a book. I like to show it, but mine is always kind of washed out and enlightened. Here we go. 7 spiritual laws of success. by Deepak Chopra.
Yep.
So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Law of detachment. He starts off by saying, in order to acquire anything in the physical universe, you have to relinquish your attachment to it. You keep the intention, you keep the desire, but you give up the attachment to the result.
Right.
Yeah. So, what did you guys think about this one? I mean, personally, again, these chapters are kind of short and to the point, but in being to the point, it has so much into it. So it's one of those ones I went back and listened to a couple times, and every time you kind of take a little more out of it.
Right.
But I thought it was very interesting. The part where he was talking about, not to be attached to symbols, and kind of how money is a symbol, and how, being attached to money kind of will always create that insecurity, and you don't really need the insecurity there. It was just an interesting kind of chapter. What did you guys take from it? Any points you took from it, Timbo?
Well, I mean, detachment is hard to apply for me. So because that's how I'm a visual person, so I visualize stuff. Like even with my paintings, I see them before I do them. They don't turn out exactly how I see them in my head, believe it or not, but I get as close.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I guess in that say I can kind of work with it because it's like what comes out is what comes out. But still, when it comes to stuff like in life, I always see it a certain way, just like with certain things. I was gonna go into it, but I won't. But yes, yeah, I know. It's just I have a certain way I want to do things, and so I got to work on that myself. And so, but it's not something that we haven't talked about earlier in the book. The whole non-attachment thing we talked about earlier. It's the same
Hmm.
thing. It's just applying it on a broader scale. So yeah.
Right, right. And then even at that point, how did he put it? Right around when he was talking about the wisdom of uncertainty, and he was saying you have to be willing to experience the uncertainty, essentially saying that if you get too tied down to the end result, that you miss all of the possibilities for growth and for change in between there. And that really spoke to me, because you could just get so locked down into, I want to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and you'll just completely tunnel vision yourself out of a multitude of opportunity. So it's just, just trying
For
to
sure.
understand what you want, but also be open to be fluent enough to accept what the universe is kind of giving you. Um, was probably what I took most from it. Billy, what did you take from it?
This is my favorite chapter. It's hard for me to say things without like reading the entire chapter because I so much. But I think there's a lot of life that is similar to the life of faith. Um, the insecurity, just being able to rest in uncertainty, knowing that it's not just an opportunity for negativity, but it's an opportunity for all things. And you don't have to be afraid of it. Wait
Hmm.
until something comes up, and every problem is the seed of an opportunity for your better benefit. So it's starting to really formulate, I think, good evidence as to why fear just really is nothing, because you don't have to be afraid of it. It's 50-50, good or bad. And if it's bad, then that's your next step. You work on that. And if it's a problem, he's saying every problem has a seed to opportunity. What's the problem?
Hmm.
Fix it. Once you fix it, you'll more benefit. You'll be benefit more from having that problem fixed. It just seems like a natural order of things.
Hmm.
You, you hit an obstacle, you figure out how to overcome the obstacle, then you keep moving. You hit an obstacle, you figure out how to overcome it, and you keep going without the stress. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, my life is never going to change. Blah blah blah. This blah blah that. That's not to
Right.
say that those aren't difficult to deal with. They are extremely difficult
Right.
to deal with, but it is your desire, your hope for not the outcome happening the exact way, but the outcome that you want. It keeps you pushing. Don't
Hmm.
give up. Don't give up the intention. Just give up how strict your route is, because
Hmm.
there's so much that can happen. There's so much that God can do. There's infinite possibilities between point A and point B, is what he's saying. These space-time events that can happen to bring the thing to you if you just continue to step towards it,
Yep.
and not to your own understanding. You know what I mean? There's just so many
Hmm.
similar they overlap to where they just feel like a more and more solid guide. And every time this book takes a turn, I'm like, nah, man, it doesn't work like that. No way. Here's why. Here, and I'm like, oh, dude, what?
Hmm.
The whole insecurity of because you don't know yourself. If you know yourself, you don't have to worry, or like true self, you don't have to worry about being insecure about what you don't have, or the attachment to money, or the attachment to symbols, the attachment to your vanity, the chase of things, the chase of status, all of
Right.
these things. Yo, just chill. You can still get it. You can still aim for it. Be
Hmm.
open to the avenues because apparently there's an infinite amount of routes. Stay
Hmm.
open, you'll get it.
Yep.
It's so interesting, man. I really, really like this chapter, and it does deal with some things that I feel convicted by, especially just the mentality. But as it's not just conviction; it's also compassion and teaching. Look at it like this: you shouldn't look at this as blah 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 blah. Then you step on your toes, and you're like, but also you can do this, and it feels just like a snug little piece you can plug right in into however your brain works, a cog in the machine to get it going the right way you need it to have the courage to confront the next step on your journey.
Hmm.
Regardless of the outcome is, don't lose your intention, don't lose your desire. Keep going. The outcome either be something better than what you wanted, change you can see something that, oh, you know what? I thought I wanted that before, but I want to go over here. And I don't even have to feel guilty about not going over there anymore. I don't have to have a
Exactly.
level of like stress or
Hmm.
whatever that we put on ourselves when we just can't make decisions or we have attachment to things.
Hmm.
Definitely, I guess I don't mean this with people because you should definitely respect people. You know what I mean? But that's what I get from it. I
Hmm.
really enjoy this chapter.
Definitely.
Really.
It's a lot of these chapters that even after we kind of finish this up, I could see myself just going back and just throwing on a chapter on my way to work and just kind of revisiting some of this one because they're so bite-sized, especially if you listen to them on
Right.
like the audiobook version. It's what, like 10, 12 minutes a chapter. Like you
Yeah.
can really kind of almost make it a weekly kind of thing so you can just kind of live into it. It's going to take the practice, but
Yeah.
everything, it's like every chapter that we read, I always end up taking so much out of it. And I
Yeah.
know that I'm missing so much because it's so much information. It's the concepts are so um I want to say broad, but not really broad, but far reaching that it's
Mhm.
just I know that I'll benefit if from just listening over and over again a few more times.
Sure. Like that call to action feels like a really, really long call from where you are to where you could be. But once you
Hmm.
start, the gap may not be as wide as you think it is.
Right. But then it's just
Feel I
doing all of
feel
them,
about
and then tying them together,
yep,
and yeah,
without
because
tripping up the outcome.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Like Tim said, Timbo was saying, it's some of the concepts even here, you can kind of mirror them back to some of the concepts earlier and kind of see how they relate, and how in doing this and this together, you can kind of see how the pieces kind of fit together, and it's like this puzzle of success, and
Sure.
it's cool because it's really success is just all relative, and success to one person is not to another, and it's really what you're looking at and what you really want and what you're going for. It's crazy.
Yep. And every chapter he anchors it in the self. He anchors it.
Hmm.
He anchors it well within our agency to
Yes.
change our life,
Hmm.
produce more fruit, better results, without so much shame and guilt on where you are now. It's just like a redirection. It's like a little detour. This
Right.
is the magic, the mystery, the uncertainty. It's so cool. Like that's where life is. In the
Hmm.
I will feel most secure. Like when things are most uncertain, I'll stand in the chaos and believe in my preparedness and the ability, or for me, the ability of God's like an opportunity, preparedness and opportunity meet. Then you have a solution that comes out instead of forcing solutions. Like he ties all of these things in together. on time. Like the pacing is like the next thing is the next step is the next step is the next step is the next step, and then we go backwards. They're all in order.
Right.
Awesome.
It is, man. Real. Like Nipsey say, or
And I
well, it
like
sound
how
like Nipsey might have got it from him, where opportunity meet preparation. It's like that's,
yeah, I
that's,
heard
that's
though. I did hear that a little while ago. And like the whole, well, maybe Seth Golden might have got this from him. Seth Golden talks about just doing stuff and not worried about the outcome. Just do it. Like when you write a song, you don't know it's gonna be a hit. Like imagine if I remember correctly, Lizzo's song that was super popping. It was out for 2 years. You don't know it's gonna be a hit when you write a song, or when you put it out. You don't know that.
right.
So for 2 years, it's in circulation, and then it hits.
That's crazy.
What? You did all the work up front. Well, not all the work of creating the composition and releasing it. Learned about your business and kept moving how you wanted to move. I'm not saying she didn't have any struggles, but at 2 years of it being out, already released, all the pressure, like what word am I going to use here? What's my melody here? How's it going to get mixed? After all of that stuff, it's out in the world for 2 years. Now you're doing like some of the biggest shows on network television.
Crazy.
It is, isn't it?
It really is.
Like his well, I forget what he calls them, but how I will do such and such. These are like the most at the end. It's like I will do God do this. I'm like, yeah, man, I will do that because I'm tired of this. The uncertainty is the key to my freedom. It is changing the relationship, which is really what we fear, and in proving or trying to prove that security and waiting to get financial security to live life, which is what we're taught because of how the world works. Like we just don't want to be messed up because maybe the people we came from money. So they're like, yo, you need money before you start doing any of this stuff because that's how you live in this world. He's just changing.
Making that attachment to money right there.
Yep. And then being insecure with yourself. Most of how they say the pretty people are insecure ones, but you got all the good looks. You got all the money, but you're insecure about how much money you have or how much money you got to still go out and get. Like when you're not satisfied, but I'm telling myself when I make a certain amount of money, then I'll be able to live my life. Wow.
That's wild, man.
It is.
I don't know, man. They say money don't make happiness, man. I really want to test that out, man. I swear. Just give me a bunch of money and see how happy I can be.
Let me see. I'll judge for myself.
Like I understand we can be happy without money, but I think that money does can contribute to
sure.
Yeah.
Some happiness, yeah, to some degree.
Good stuff.
Just
all right, so we are coming up on the 7th law.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Is it the last one or no?
Yeah, that'll be the last one.
7.
The law of Dharma, or purpose in life. Yeah, that'll be our next one, and it'll be interesting to see what that is, and then how it all kind of ties together. That'll be good to listen to. All right, so after the book, we're gonna move to the segment. Our segment, I believe, came from Timbo, your direction. Social media and crime influence. What you thinking, man?
Yeah, no, I just wanted us to just discuss some stories and just see if social media really does influence certain crimes, and just, I don't know how this idea came to me, but I just brainstormed some things for us to discuss to make the show interesting. So yeah, that's what I came up with. So I don't know whoever want to go through their story. And I don't, just because I'm gonna give a very general synopsis, but it's just
yeah. What you got?
I think you should go first.
Okay, that's all right. So one thing that came up was a TikTok star that killed his wife and his wife's best friend because he was jealous. Apparently his name was Ali Abulaban. He's 29. He's known as Gen Kid on TikTok. His cousin was hanging out with him before, and his cousin was saying, yeah, he's just jealous in general, because they had moved to San Diego, I guess, because they were moving up to TikTok and stuff. And so he was saying that his cousin was saying that he was jealous of anybody that she was hanging out with, basically. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So
that's a yikes. Like that's a rough one right there. You know.
yeah. And then they said another part of the article I was reading where he was doing something else, and I think he was talking to his cousin. He was like, "But I'm Gen Kid. I can do anything." So it's like his cousin really thought that what he was doing on TikTok had kind of gave him maybe delusions of grandeur, like I can't be touched. I can do whatever I want to do, type of thing.
Hmm.
So
I can see that. Huh, that's interesting. That is
Really?
interesting.
So what was? Do you know what he was jealous about? He was just jealous about anybody hanging out with her, or he was jealous of their success, or what?
I think he was jealous of anybody hanging out with her, but the cousin was also just like they were just chilling. Like it was nothing like what he was trying to make it out to be. So
All right,
yeah,
but he can do what he wanted to do because he got his TikTok courage. It's from his following. Is that what you
Gotcha.
like? Really see how social media influence is that the angle?
yeah, hmm
That's rough, man.
Yeah, it really is,
yeah,
man.
You
Yeah.
supposed to, how is social media supposed to defend that? We always people just always make people bigger than life, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
not,
don't know.
saying that
Yeah.
it's TikTok fault, but it's like I know even on Instagram, it's like they have the Instagram model, so it's just like some of them is like, are y'all living real life? It's just like y'all just portraying stuff, but it just it's grandiose in that too. So, but it's just like with this guy, he just really uh and I know things are gonna happen because regular people are on social media. So it's just like,
Hmm. That's true.
but what
That's
stories did
not
y'all find?
It's interesting. When I was taking a look, I was kind of wondering why people kind of do the things they do on social media. And I know a while ago there was this rise in people recording crimes on social
Yeah.
media, like just doing like just crazy stuff. So I was just trying to figure out why. So I started to kind of research that, and I came across a Guardian article from a few years back, and that they were asking just that, like well, why are people doing that? Because they, from the article, they were saying as people like record themselves doing all kinds of crimes from like rapes to child abuse to police chases to
That's crazy
torture
too.
even. Like it's just wild that people can like just do that and then just put it up on live like they not gonna get caught. And that's what the article was kind of saying. It's just like, well, on one point, they make it almost this tailor-made, nice little neat evidence packages to send you right off to jail. But then it's just like you know what makes a person do something like that. And they were kind of going into it, and because like when you think of people who typically record crimes and stuff like that, like your terrorists and stuff like that, it's more for like to further the agenda or to show how clever they are. So they kind of talked about even like Jack the Ripper back in like the 1880s, how he used to send like letters out to like the police and out to the media and stuff to show kind of how clever he was and how he was just kind of
Wow.
above it. And I can definitely see that being it, kind of somebody feeling like they're kind of above things and wanting to show off what they can do. But I really think that it's that this the attention, right? The attention that you can just get from all of the people. And then like the article was saying, then it's reinforced by the likes and the shares and the everything. So now while some
Yeah.
things won't be
Shock
like
value.
well,
Mhm.
right. Now with some things like murder, of course, whoa, that's crazy. But like with just stunting, like people who go out and steal stuff or who, get money through ill-gotten measures, then they stunting and wondering why the
On
cops
social
knocking on their
media.
door, like wondering, what's
Right.
going on with where you get all this money from, like how can you afford this Lamborghini when you on unemployment, like that kind of stuff. It's just weird how people get
Hmm.
themselves caught up like that. And it's really just through attention seeking. It seems anyway.
Yeah.
And then with crime in particular, the article brought up a point that I didn't really think about, is just that how that younger generation is grown up in social media. They're growing up on FaceTime. They grown up taking
Right.
pictures.
So
They grown up
it's
taking
not weird
selfies
to them to see
to
stuff because it's
where
just they've seen their whole life on social media. Yeah.
exactly, so to this point now where it's just second nature. So if I do something, oh, of course I'm gonna pull out my phone and record it because it's instinct. So it's just like a bunch of that kind of stuff that they were insinuating on why people may just kind of record themselves when it really just seems like it wouldn't be the smartest thing to do. It's like that need for attention just overcomes the common sense and in some aspects. And I just think that's interesting. Just that need for the likes, that need for people that you don't even personally know. Right?
Right.
Like you need that attention so much to the point where
You
not
don't
only
know
you're
80,000
doing something wrong,
stuff.
but you're gonna show everybody that you're doing it wrong, no matter what it
Right.
is. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I found. I thought that was just interesting on just why people would do it, because it's crazy. At least to me, I would think.
It's interesting to say that. I looked through a couple stories and I was very surprised at what I
Mm-hmm.
um one of them though is I guess it's kind of like your point. This dude, he wanted an audience, but he was gonna kill himself. So he wasn't gonna see everything get shared.
That's interesting.
His idea was girl's name was Bianca Devins. His name was Bianca Devins. They don't know, aren't sure of their relationship, but they assume it was a boyfriend girlfriend type situation. And dude killed her, slit her throat on camera, took pictures of the body, and then shared it right out there. And then called the dispatchers like, "Yo, here's what's happening." And the lady was like, "Is there a number I can call you back at?" And he was like, "Don't call me back. You're gonna mess up my murder suicide." So this dude hung up and then proceeded to cut his neck, and that's when the cops come in. So his mugshot is like half a neck slice, right? So he didn't get to finish. But then this young lady who was very popular on Instagram or maybe a bunch
Man.
of social media platforms is gone. He slit her throat, right? That's not the one I want to talk about. It's this one. So,
But wait, there's more.
Right.
or is this it? Where is this woman? Is this in Minnesota?
Okay.
Mona Lisa, this is like a lot of shorthand. Mona Lisa Perez shot her boyfriend Pedro Ruiz III while doing a YouTube stunt. They thought a book would protect them from a 50 caliber bullet. Minnesota. This woman gets 6 months in jail, spent in 10-day increments. First time I heard something like that. I don't even know
Like,
what that means.
yeah,
I
how
don't
you
know
do
what
that?
that
10
means.
days on, 10 days off?
Dude, like what? For 6 months. So that's a year sit. Wow. Okay. He's 20. She pleaded guilty to second degree manslaughter. She was pregnant. 50 caliber Desert Eagle, right? We all know, even if you don't know what a 50 caliber is, I'm pretty sure you can picture a Desert Eagle.
How she get
Cool.
Right.
months?
Right. That part.
Oh, this is not guess the race, right?
Right. Ooh, don't do that. Don't
Okay.
do that. They ain't
Right.
ready. They ain't ready. He's like, no.
He was 22. He was holding a thick encyclopedia in front of his chest. It was a stunt that they
Right.
thought a thick enough book would stop a Desert
Yes.
Eagle.
Why would you? Why would that book would stop any bullet? Like, why would you think that?
And
Ah,
That's so stupid.
do it for the gram.
they did it for YouTube. 3-year-old daughter saw it. So
Oh,
three
poor
boom.
baby.
What is she avoided a longer sentence by pleading guilty. She's be on probation for a decade and will never be able to own a firearm. She moved to South Dakota after the couple had their own YouTube channel and were reportedly aiming to become more famous. The couple's prank videos usually contain innocent tricks such as Perez giving Ruiz a donut covered in baby powder. This is from Oxygen True Crime. And I'm like, how you jump from that to saying, yeah, this book is gonna stop a Desert Eagle?
Right. Who would think that? That
Oh
was just not
man,
smart.
that's just so stupid.
And then that's what I'm saying. So why not try it out first? Just put the book on
No.
like a shelf or something, and then just shoot it. You know what I mean? Shoot it
Oh
outside.
man. It's
It'd be
people like that make responsible gun owners look so crazy.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Like
wild.
they should not be able to.
That's wild,
She got 6 months though, right?
bro. 6 months.
6 months.
But I wonder if it's because of something
The
like
color of her
YouTube.
skin? Oh, no.
I, well, I'm assuming she's Hispanic.
I don't know. I would be very curious to
Sound
see.
the
Perez,
name sound.
I
Perez.
mean, that's true. Yeah, yeah. That's wild, man.
Just
But
wrong.
still,
No, yeah.
maybe it's the Minnesota law, and for something like that, she can't handle. I guess who cares who can handle jail or prison, right? Because you
I
do the
mean,
crime, you got to go do the time. Dude,
that's what the old adage says, right?
I don't know, but then I
Yeah.
can I don't see making a move like that. Like to me, that's just not a smart move, right? But I can see somebody thinking, I can see somebody not thinking and going through with it, and now you're like, oh, I really didn't know, and like you get just thrust into the system.
Man, people should still go to jail for being stupid, though.
I mean, she going
Yeah.
just increments for 6 months.
Not long.
That's wild.
Boop. It's like, no.
That sucks. I'm sorry, my man's lost his life. I mean, what that was? They both were
Yeah.
stupid on
I
that.
just
Like
feel bad about it.
that was a team effort of stupidity. And I'm sorry because he
Ooh.
lost his life. But like, come on, like whoever owned the. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
F,
maybe certain books can stop, but a 50 cap, man. Okay, I don't know.
you don't even try it out first. You don't care enough to say,
Okay.
you know what? I don't know. Let's just see.
Yeah.
Go through it.
Watermelon behind the
Yard.
It's like, no.
You got
They
How
would have
about just
known then.
how about just take the gun to the range and shoot it one time and see how that feel? And like, okay, now you want to stand in front of that with a book? Man,
Yeah.
It's sad,
it really
and I
is.
Yeah.
I run a few sad stories, and I wonder how blind do you have to be to something like that to say this is going to be the thing that's going to make us more famous
You
on
gotta
you.
just you gotta just be thinking
Mm,
about the likes, right? Like
right.
so many
That's what it
people are
is.
gonna
That's
like
right.
this.
Right. And it's just so stupid. Like,
It's so dangerous. Oh man, that's
Do you get a 50?
one.
Where you get?
How do you even trust her aim to hit the encyclopedia though, right? So then how close do she gotta be for you to trust that she actually gonna hit the encyclopedia?
Super close, probably close.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm.
mhm.
No, bro, you lost the whole family. That daughter's traumatized, and you got one in your stomach,
Yeah.
and the dad's gone because you
Yeah.
shot him in the chest because you thought a Desert Eagle bullet could be stopped by a thick encyclopedia.
It's a thought for me. You said it so loud. Okay.
The aggressive thought, because you
It's all
thought.
bad. Like you say, like you used to say back in school, it's
Bro,
all bad. It's
I
all bad.
don't know.
one step before that, like you don't even have to have this problem. But I guess that's the issue with everything that happens. If you just think a little bit before you do it, then we don't have a problem. Whoa,
Right? Oh man. That's a rough one. You know, it was a
Yeah.
point on that in an article that I was reading too, about
hmm
the prank crimes and stuff too that kind of happen that you record and oh it was supposed to be funny but no it's really serious and now somebody's really hurt and we were
Right.
just doing it for the fun and for the likes and do it for the gram. It's just crazy, especially those pranks, man.
Yeah. They
I
take
can't
it
do it.
far.
I think the
I
most I
wonder
would do was like the little hot chips or something like that. I don't know if I could do anything more than
hmm
that.
I wonder if that falls into the category, similar category as crimes of affluence. Is it crime or something else? Because social media has such a, whether we like it or not, social media has a huge and heavy impact. It's just changed the way we've done everything.
Man, a crime of
hmm
affluence can only be done by certain people, man. You know that. Don't get me started.
But what I'm
hmm
saying is, if it can only be done by certain people, does it mean something similar for social media won't exist? It kind of makes it more likely, doesn't
I
it?
think it depends on who's making the argument.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's got to be out there for somebody, just not for everybody.
I get what you're saying.
For sure. For sure. So
And
we'll
that's
find out. I guess I don't want to get into it, I don't want to get into it because I don't. But I do not know how this young man got off after killing 2 people in the Capitol. What was it? Where were they? The
No,
riot?
it was it was a protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah. I think it was Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah. Kenosha, wherever that's at.
So that wasn't when they stormed whatever the Capitol was.
No, that wasn't
No.
the January 6th insurrection. This was in Kenosha from, I believe it was a Black Lives Matter protest that had been going on
Yes.
for a few days.
Probably for
It is
George Floyd, I think.
I believe so. That sounds about right.
already out there.
You said what?
Already out there. Why was he
George
out there?
Floyd.
Man, look,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. That's my
There's
whole
literally
question.
no
I'm
reason.
not the one that should be answering this question.
Ask a
I
38-year-old
believe
mom.
that
It's
he
man.
said, or that it was said that he was out there to protect his business because he worked security at somewhere out there. So I believe that
I
that
don't.
was his response. But man, don't it's
It's a lot to keep. Like it's a lot. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
that's exactly how I feel. I'm
Either
like,
way,
yeah, but no. Hell
but
no.
no.
Like, oh no. But maybe,
He said,
but no.
yeah.
And even if
But
maybe, if it was us, it would be hell no. But
for sure.
Yeah. There would be no child would
and
be
I think that's
dead.
more the bigger thing is just that. Well, that's a whole. Man, we can do an episode off that one.
Fireside chat.
Yeah, we might have to put that one behind a paywall or something. I don't know. Might get us in
Hmm.
trouble.
To let you know, I've spiced up this little this question thing just a tad, just a little bit. So I made some more questions, and then I put some questions on the back of some questions, so we might get double questions now. It's not a bunch of them, just a few.
Okay, okay. About to say it sound
All right.
extra rustly over there.
Is that the sombrero de puntas?
Sí, señor, mi amiga. So, what problem or situation did TV/movies make you think would be common, but when you grew up, you found out it wasn't? Like when you bump your head, lose your memory, and then bump your head and get it back. Something like that, you know what I mean? Because no, I didn't believe that. I mean, I did believe that, but that's not how that works. Or split second, I did believe it.
Man, that's a good
It was
one.
that smart guy episode. I think it was the smart guy episode.
It
Hmm.
could have
Do you
been.
remember that?
I don't know, man. I know it was a trope that they do a lot with the whole amnesia thing, so I'm not sure. Um, hmm, that's a
Tough
hard
one,
one.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so well, getting hit in the head, maybe in seeing stars, like in cartoons.
Like
To,
actual, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, I felt like that before. I feel like I have. Maybe I have because of that. I don't know, but yeah, it's just like that's relatable.
No, that's a good one, man. I can't think of nothing right off. And it sucks though because that does seem like being an impressionable kid. You probably be like, oh man, I can't wait to grow up because this is gonna
Right.
happen. And you be like, nah, it ain't like that at all.
It's not gonna happen.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
I guess like every we had us feeling like something was gonna happen magically, but it's like, nah, fam.
Oh
So like,
man, shit. I don't know. At one point when I was little, I was thinking that my good guy dog was gonna wake up out the bed and fucking strangle me. The little
yo,
Chucky doll, the little good. I had one, man.
you had one?
Yeah, I had a good. I
Right.
don't know why my mama bought me that, man.
Yeah.
I had the little. It looked just like the little Chucky doll, but he was actually I had two. I had a black one and a white one. But it was like the little overalls, and he had like a little yellow shirt and a little curly hair. And then I went to my cousin's house and saw Chucky, and at the bottom of the toy box for the rest of my life, under all the toys. Took the trucks, put them under the trucks, put them under the
I,
books. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was not amazing. Was trying to tell
Wow.
you.
Well, that's that.
Then one, why? Now that I'm thinking back on it, like why put it at the bottom of the toy box? When I'd be like, hey, look, I'm gonna throw them away in a dumpster, or like, hey, mama, I don't want these no more. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna put them at the bottom of the toy box with
Yep.
everything on top, and that's gonna keep them from coming to get me.
That's wise, bro. Because you
And
all kind of always know where he is. He's gonna leave a mess if he get out. Right.
come in my room and it's a mess, and I know.
So,
Mm-mm.
Oh man, all bad. Now that's a good one though. If I could think of something else, I'll bring it back on our next episode.
Mm.
hey, cool beans.
Mhm.
Guys at home, think of anything. Please let us know. Shoot us your questions and your answers. Timbo, where can they get information?
Blacktop Asylum at gmail.com.
And Ray, where can they listen to us, watch us, enjoy our entertainment?
Man, yes, you can always watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify or anywhere that podcasts are found, Apple Music, man. Just give us a listen, give us a like. Man, we appreciate it.
Yes, please do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share as much as you can. And until next time, peace.
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 Oh, bye-bye now.